and welcome back to my podcast, Esme's Country Life. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how people at my gym think I'm a secret agent, how my horse Casper recently has been rage baiting all of us, and also a little bit about why I'm twisted. But anyway, before we begin, I just want to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of the podcast, Red Post. Red Post is an equestrian and country store based in the UK, and they also ship all over the world. And right now, over here, the weather, it is awful. It is muddy. And do you know what has been helping me survive in the mud? Having a good pair of boots. And do you know where you can get a good pair of boots from? Red Post. They have riding boots, they have country boots, they have Wellington boots, all the boots that you could want for. So go and check them out at redpostequestrian.co.uk. Also, before we get into today's episode, apologies for any background noise in today's episode. You probably can't hear it, but my puppy Fossey has decided that he wants to play with one of his toys and he's rolling it around on the floor. Before this, he had a slothy toy, which is one of his favourites, but it is the squeakiest toy. Wait, let me show you. For my audio listeners, I'm currently holding Slothy and you are now going to hear him squeak away. Oh, that got the puppy's attention, that's for sure. Anyway, back to Davide. Slothy can go. Slothy is in air jail, so the puppy does not make lots of squeaking. But I think our mics are pretty good. They normally just pick up on my voice rather than, oh, Davide, stop it. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. So, some of you might know, I'm a big fan of going to my gym. Oh no, the puppy's trying to get Slothy off the table. Slothy is going to have to be moved. Anyway, so I'm a big fan of going to my gym for my physical health, my mental health. I have a great time. It's also kind of like, it's my peaceful place that I go to. Actually, like, I've just realised that everyone that I've pretty much ever talked to at my gym, I've lied to. Now, I'm not a big liar, okay, guys. If any of my friends would vouch for me that I am the worst at lying, because if I lie, I either go red, I start giggling, like I am not very good with keeping lies. But at my gym I do lie for safety reasons. Also because what I do with my job with social media, like sometimes when you're just chatting to someone in the sauna or at the gym, I don't really want people up in my business know what I'm doing. So I have a few different lies that I come up with. The thing is, I have to keep track though, because the first couple of lies that I first started telling, this is not painting me in a good light, me just saying, oh yeah, I lied about these things, but it's for safety reasons. Because yeah, I'd be at the gym chatting to someone, and especially if it's like a grown man as well, and they ask me where I live, like that's such a normal question. Like somebody will be like, oh, you're a member at the gym, do you have to travel far, like where do you live, that kind of thing. I don't want people knowing where I live. Like, I'm not going to tell you where I live. That's so weird. As a young woman, no, I'm not telling you where I live. So I normally just say the town nearest to my gym rather than actually where I live, because that seems a little bit too much personal information. Maybe that's just me, but anyway, as you might figure out, these lies might have turned into people at my gym thinking more about me than actually. Anyway, so started off with that. The next, Tiffany's looking at me like, girl, I've not heard this story. This is entertaining for him. So anyway, then after that, the next thing that people normally ask when you have a little small talk is, oh, like, what do you do? What do you do for work? Or like, actually, normally people aren't actually that nosy. Some people are, but normally people say, oh, you working after this? Because I do a lot of the 6 a.m. Workout classes, which normally, like, everyone that goes to the really early ones normally have a job that they go to straight afterwards, because you're done by 7, have time to shower, commute to work, lovely jubbly. So normally, like, at those kind of classes, I get the old person being like, oh, you working today? And like every now and again I'll be like, oh, I work for myself, so yeah, I am. Like, especially between the Christmas and New Year period, people were like, oh, you back at work yet? And I'm like, I'm self-employed. I'm always working. But anyway, so normally somebody asks me what I do. Because I feel like every day when you meet somebody and you ask them what they do, they have the longest corporate jargon kind of word or phrase or sentence of what they are. Like, I'm the head analysis of data protection and environmental blood. You know what I mean? When actually, like I had somebody, like, I saw this post online. It was so funny. It was like, what's your job title? And then explain it in like normal terms. So somebody said, I'm a literature categorizer and education specialist, and they were a librarian. And it's like, anyway, so do you know what I tell people, which is true, but it's not the whole story. I say to people I have my own video production company specialising in equestrian media, which is true. My company is technically a video production company. I make videos, which is true. And I specialise in equestrian media, which is also true. Because I don't want to be out there being like, I'm an influencer, I make videos about horses. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've like, there's been like once or twice where I've been like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, like back in the day when I first started, because I would say like I'm a YouTuber, but now I'm lots of different things. And then you get the flood of questions of how do you make money? How long have you been doing it for? How many followers do you have? Brr. And like, sometimes I just want to get on with my day. I don't want to be having a whole conversation with someone that I have never met before, or, you know, just some people are nosy. So normally I just say that, and often most people go, oh wow, I didn't know you could make a business out of that. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's very niche, it's very specialist. But anyway, so normally I just like say, because I spend, especially in the summer, if I've been away and someone's like, oh, have you been, like, I was like, if I miss a class or whatever, they're like, oh, have you been away? I'd be like, oh yeah, no, I was at a horse show in Germany, or actually very excited for Aachen coming up later this year. I'm going twice. Going for the normal Aachen and then the World Championships as well. So I'm going to Germany twice this year, actually. But anyway, every now and again, they'll be like, oh, what have you been up to this week? And I'll be like, oh, I've been at this horse show. Oh, I've been filming for a horse brand, or I don't know, that kind of thing. So it is true. But I don't want to be that person that's like, oh yeah, well, I have like 1 million subscribers or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not me. That's not me at all. So I always very much downplay what I do as my job. But anyway, so fast forward, the other day, I was at a workout class. Actually, do you know what? If I talk to somebody who's farmery or countryside-y, I just say I work with horses, which is also true, but not the whole story. Or I say I work in marketing, which is also true because, you know, I'm do a lot of marketing for my brands. Shout out Red Post, whoop whoop. But, you know, anyway, moving on. I was at my workout class the other day, and because it's the new year, they wanted to do something fun. Also, I apparently there's a lot of new people at our gym, but maybe it's just the times that I go. I haven't found it's as busy, or there's as many new people. Like, there's a few new people in our little morning workout classes. But anyway, to celebrate the new year, they're doing a challenge at the moment of who can do the most press-ups in a minute. So at the end of our workout class, they're doing this challenge. Now, if you know anything about me, my upper body strength is not great. Lower body strength, like legs, I could probably crack a walnut with my legs. Like, my legs are like, I've got quads of steel. As a horse rider, also, like, I am that stereotypical girl who loves leg day, also likes going on runs, lots of walks. I'm an active person. So, lower body, I'm great at. Upper body, I've got, like, noodle arms. Actually, saying that, I can't put myself down too much, because one of my goals at the gym is to be able to do a pull-up, and the other day I did my first ever pull-up, which when I tell you, you have got to have some muscles for that. So maybe I have like what they call like a sleeper build on my arms. Like, it doesn't look like you have strength, but you do have a little bit. Obviously not enough to do as many push-ups as everyone else in my workout class, because they do it alphabetically, and obviously my name's Esme, so it begins with an E. I'm always like quite near the top of the register. I quite liked having my surname as Higgs, because I'd always be in the middle. So if they ever did it, you know, if it was a good thing, I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be last. But also if it was a bad thing, I wouldn't be first to go in either. I'd be kind of in the middle. But anyway, so we're going through, and basically we had to do how many press-ups you could do in a minute. Now, I must say, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, even though I have done some lying to people at my gym. I did not lie about the amount of press-ups I did. Some people I looked at and I was like, seriously, I feel like you would have added a few, you know, bumped it up a little bit. I did not bump it up at all, but I did do lady press-ups. I don't know if nowadays you can call them lady press-ups, but they're the press-ups that you do when you're on your knees and you're not like fully like planking, if that makes sense. Because again, upper body strength, I could probably have only done like 3 press-ups if I'd done proper press-ups. Maybe that should be my next challenge. I need to get better at press-ups. But with horse riding, like, you do have upper body strength, but it's a different kind of, it's different muscles, you know, it's different muscles. So I managed to do, which I thought was quite good, obviously not good enough, because I was like the second worst person in the class. I did 18 press-ups in a minute. And they were lady press-ups as well, so maybe not as good. But there was one dude, and he was like, yeah, like 40 something, and I was like, that's like almost a press-up a second. Like, what? Yeah, I guess that's probably possible, but still, I was like, oh my god, could not be me. So anyway, our lovely workout instructor, who is my fave, she did like a little video of all of us doing our press-ups, and then she was like, oh, do you guys mind if I do a video? And I had to be that person. I literally said, sorry to be a diva, but do you mind if you don't film me because of my work, or like because of my job, I think I said. And then everyone in the, like, obviously everyone was probably thinking like, who does this girl think she is? Because to be fair, it was right at the end of the workout class and we were all super sweaty, so we weren't looking our best. But it wasn't for vain reasons. That's why I was like, not to be a diva, because I didn't want them to think like I was like super vain and cared what I looked like. Like, people have seen me on the internet riding horses, like red in the face, looking like tomatoes, sweating gallons. I don't care about that stuff. But what I do care about is people finding out where I go to my gym, because as I said before, my gym is my sacred place. I have been recognised a few times at my gym, which is completely fine, but I don't want loads of random people turning up to my sacred workout classes in the morning. But anyway, so which I think is fair enough, and also just for safety reasons. I don't want weirdos finding out where I live, because there have been some weirdos in the past. That's the joys of social media, it's not all lots of saddle pads. Anyway, moving on. So, yes, I just went, because of my job, do you mind if you don't post me online? She was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, obviously, I had no issue at all. And then everyone in my workout class probably was thinking, well, this is what I would have thought. This girl must be a secret agent working for like MI6 or the Secret Service or that kind of thing. Because that's the only person I've ever known that hasn't been able to be on social media or post photos of themselves, is because they work for the government, and like they're not allowed to disclose what they do working for the government. It's just, I work for the government and that's it. So I reckon that person's probably a secret agent, which, I'm just going to say that the people at the gym, they think I'm a secret agent. You know what? I should have just said that sarcastically and just kind of seen if it stuck. But no, so they're all going to be very confused why I don't want to be on social media. But I also have a video production company and work for myself. So anyway, there we go. That was it was so, like, I feel like past Esme would have been really embarrassed and just not said anything, and then I would have been on the socials, and then maybe someone would find out. Probably wouldn't, but anyway, I had to be that diva. Anyway, moving on to the horses. Let's do a little update of them, because my horse Casper, he has been rage baiting all of us lately. Now, if you don't know what rage baiting is, it's one of my new favourite phrases, because I feel like every video that I see on my For You page now or on Reels or whatever, it's just people rage baiting to get views. Like, it's when somebody does something to upset or anger other people to get views, because then people will comment on it or interact with it and be like, you shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, so that's how I normally see rage baiting as. It's like clickbaiting, but with anger or upset. But Casper has been rage baiting us lately. So first off, he's been rage baiting me, because I feel like he did this on purpose. So picture the scene. Horses are up at the stables. I'm just about to put them out. I was swapping Casper's rugs over. Oh, that was a weird noise that the dog made. I was swapping his rugs over. The dog is still making weird noises. You could probably not hear that. Anyway, his stable had been mucked out, completely clean, new fresh shavings. I'm talking like his whole stable was fresh, new shavings, beautiful. He had no rug on for 1 minute maximum while I went to change his other rug over. So he was naked. What did he do? He, number one, did the biggest, fattest dump right in the centre of his stable, which is fair enough. When you've got to go, you've got to go. Right in the fresh shavings, a little bit annoying, but again, he's a horse. You've got to go when you've got to go. But what I didn't anticipate was for him to drop and roll into said dump and roll not on one side, but both sides, get it all over his body, all over his face, absolutely everywhere. And honestly, I came back and I was stunned. I was too stunned to speak because I left him as a beautifully white, clean grey horse with a beautifully white, clean Shavingsy stable. I came back and he was filthy. So he got a full-on bath, and the next morning I thought, as I've given you a full-on bath, I'm going to give you a haircut and give you a clip, because he had got quite hairy and he needed one anyway, so it forced me to do that. But Casper, he loves a bath, he loves a pamper. So do I think he did it on purpose? Yes. Do I also think his survival instincts said that he was too clean and he needed to roll and get dirty, so he's more camouflaged? Maybe. That was a dog bark. Even Fossey agreed. Even Fossey agreed that Casper is dirty little guy. Anyway, so that was disgusting. But anyway, he is now clean. He is now looking beautiful. The other person that Casper has been rage baiting is my pony Duke. Now, Duke, he is the little guy. He's only small. He's only little. He's only a baby. I say he's only a baby. He's going to be 6 this year, which is wild. He's grown up so quickly. But we've been putting all 3 horses out in this new paddock lately. Now, because it's a new paddock, and, they're in a herd of 3. They're gonna, horses are going to be horses. They have their pecking order. They sort it out. Now, at the top, we have my big horse, Joey. In the middle, we have Casper. So Casper is the middle child. And then we have the little guy, Duke. So because Joey is the king, basically, he bosses the other 2 around. When they went into this new paddock, they were absolutely zooming about, having fun. Joey was also like, because he is the king, he was like, guys, I know we're in a new paddock, but just to remind you all that this is my kingdom, I am the king, and you guys are my peasants right at the bottom. So because of that, Casper, he doesn't like being bossed around as much. So do you know he can boss around little Duke. So Casper has been basically, Duke finds it really fun because Duke's a baby and he loves to play chase. So Duke will just be minding his business, and then Casper will, if Duke gets a little bit too close to Casper, Casper will pin his ears back and start chasing Duke with his mouth open. They never bite each other, but as like a, brotherly love where they don't actually hurt each other, but sometimes things can look quite wild and quite vicious. So anyway, Casper, we say his ears go so far back that he literally looks like a snake, like he has no ears. So anyway, Casper has basically been, well, actually, I don't know if it sounds more like Duke's been rage baiting Casper, actually, because Duke finds it so funny. He kind of, yeah, even Fossey's agreeing. Today's episode is going to be so chaotic because every now and again you're just going to hear like weird dog noises. Normally the puppy is asleep when I'm recording the podcast, but today is obviously very, very exciting. He wants to get in all the gossip and all the rage baiting. I don't know where Fossey would be in the pecking order, to be honest, because he's quite brave. I don't know. Anyway, him and Duke actually get along very well. It's very sweet. But anyway, Duke's been coming up to Casper and it's kind of been like testing the waters, testing how close he can get to Casper. And then suddenly a switch will be flicked and Casper's like, get out of my space. This is my space. This is my personal space. Don't come near me. And Duke will just like run away like, hee hee hee. And then he will come back again and be like, hello, look, he's coming to annoy you. He is literally like that small, like annoying child. Fossey. He's like that small annoying child that wants to play chase and Casper just wants to eat and fall asleep. So anyway, that's been going on, which I found pretty hilarious, to be honest. Now, the other thing that I found out this week is that I'm twisted. Not in the mind, but in the body, actually. So apparently if you didn't know, for ages, I have had an issue with my right shoulder and my right arm when I'm riding the horses. I'm always slightly wonky. I always like drop my right shoulder, or my right arm it's like Mr. Tickle arms. It's just all over the place and it's got a mind of its own. So anyway, went to my physio chiropractor lady, whatever you want to call her, the other day. And I said to her, because she's also a horse rider, I said, I've been finding recently, I was like, I know that I'm a little bit asymmetrical on my back, but everyone's, not 100% either side. And I was like, but when I've been riding, I've really had this issue with my right arm. I always drop it. It's always like a little bit all over the place. She was like, she was like, I'm going to have a little look at your pelvis. And I thought, well, that's not where my arm is, but okay, go on then, girl. So anyway, apparently I am like the Leaning Tower of Pisa because my pelvis has been a little bit wonky, a little bit twisted, and that's basically caused my right arm to be, you know, twisted and wonky as well. So actually at the top it looks wonkier than it is, but it's actually all caused by the bottom half of me. So anyway, went and had that all readjusted and sorted, because also apparently because of that I've got one leg longer than the other by about, you know, a couple of centimetres. So I was like, oh, well, that's obviously not very good. I've been, you know, riding wonky all this time. And to be fair, it's probably from falling off a horse that I've had this like weird twisted pelvis in the first place. So anyway, if you've been riding wonky lately and your instructor keeps telling you you're wonky, you might just need to go and have your back looked at or your back sorted out. And actually, it's not your fault, even though as much as you try your best to not be wonky, actually, you are just, you know, you just need sorting out. So anyway, I am now no longer twisted. Whoop, whoop. And I have gone back to her since, and she's checked it out, and I'm not twisted anymore, guys. So hopefully now I can really work on trying to build up my muscles symmetrically so I can ride a little bit straighter and a little bit less wonky. And this is the year, I'm really focusing on my riding, guys. Exciting things coming, really focusing on my position. But yeah. I'm feeling a lot better now, which isn't surprising. Talking of the puppy, as he has been making a lot of noise in today's episode, I'm going to embarrass him now because I have a funny story about him. So Fossey, he's very good at knowing, tell you what, he doesn't chew on furniture, which is good. That's great. We don't want him, you know, chewing on stuff. But every now and again, he'll find something that isn't his. So first off, we have I was going to say draft extractor. It's not an extractor, it's a draft excluder. Is that it? A draft excluder. And it is tweed. And it's like a long sausage dog body. So it's basically like, if you can imagine like a sausage dog plushie that's really long. And it goes basically in front of the kind of, we have these like French doors that open in the summer, goes in front of that to stop any drafts coming through. It's very cute. We've had it for years and years. We had it in our old house. And anyway, Fossey the other day, while he was in the kitchen, found it for the first time and was like, he thought he had hit the jackpot, because basically this draft excluder is longer than him, it's bigger than him, and it looks like a toy, because obviously it looks like a little dog. And it's a plushie as well. So anyway, he went and picked it up, and I was laughing so hard. I thought this was so funny because I was just like, I think I put a little something on my story, and I just said, if it's not a toy, why is it toy shaped? Because he was so proud of himself, because he managed to, actually there was a few failed attempts, which I was absolutely laughing my head off at. I thought it was so funny because this small dog with this massive, it's like, you know, when you see those videos of small dogs with big sticks, it was like that. Although actually when I see those videos, I do cringe a little bit because I often think, oh my gosh, that poor dog's back, it's going to like have back issues or whatever from picking up a stick that's too heavy. This sausage dog was more bulky. Oh, okay, Fossey, I know I'm talking about you, but you don't need to be rude. Anyway, so he picked up this massive plushie, managed to get it onto the sofa as well, and he looked like all of his Christmases had come at once. He was so excited, so happy. Fossey, I know I'm talking about you. He was so happy, so excited, and he was so sad when we had to take it away. I know, you were so sad when we had to take it away. It was just the worst thing ever. But do you know what was really embarrassing / funny / kind of disgusting that he did the other day, guys? It was bad. So anyway, the way that my mum and dad's house is situated is we have a mud room / boot room where we call it the oh my gosh, my brain stopped working. Mud decontamination zone. There we go. The dyslexia, we pushed through. The mud oh no. Okay, you know what I mean. Anyway, where we decontaminate the mud. There we go. Anyway, in there, we also have it's also our laundry room. And obviously, the laundry basket will smell beautiful. Fossey's favourite thing is playing in the dirty laundry. So anyway, went into the laundry basket. Out of all of the items of clothing this boy could steal, what did he steal? He stole my mother's knickers. Yes, her underwear. So anyway, we were in the kitchen, chilling, having a great time, having our lunch. this boy waltzes on in with underwear in his mouth. And he literally, before this also, he had emptied his whole toy box. His favourite thing is to get all of his toys and put them onto his sofa, which he sees as his bed in his kingdom sometimes. He does love to sleep on the sofa. Anyway, he's allowed on that sofa. So I had this picture of him on my phone, and it's him surrounded by all these toys on the sofa, and then instead, he just has my mum's knickers in his mouth. It's like, out of all the toys he could have, no. My mum's underwear is the best thing ever. So anyway, we actually had somebody around that afternoon, and I am so happy that I managed to remember, because can you imagine explaining, like, having somebody over for a business meeting at my mum and dad's house and being like, oh, sorry about the pair of black lacy underwear on the floor. Don't worry, nothing's happened. Nobody's got naked here. The dog has just been in the laundry basket. Imagine having to explain that. Oh my goodness. So anyway, we're going to have to, make sure that the laundry basket is closed properly, because this boy is causing absolute chaos. Anyway, I don't know how my mum's going to feel about me telling that story on the internet, so I'm going to double check with her before this goes out. But anyway, I thought that was just too funny not to tell you all. But anyway, on that note, we are going to finish off today's podcast episode there. I really hope you enjoyed listening to it. Go and check out Redpost at redpostquestion.co.uk. Thank you to them for sponsoring. Oh my gosh, we haven't done comment of the week. Oh, we saved it. It's all right. I haven't forgotten. I promise I haven't forgotten this time. It's because, you know what? It's because we don't do comment of the week for the midweek episodes. I've been recording a lot of midweek episodes lately, but I haven't actually done but I do comment of the week on the longer ones, which is today's Saturday episode, so it's a full feature length one. So the last week's feature length was called Country Life Disasters. So let's have a little. We're doing a live comment of the week this week. Sometimes I pre-pick them because there are some good ones, and also the dyslexia, I quite like to read them through first so I can read them a little bit better. But we're just going to do the top one. This is from Melina. And Melina says, first, by the way, love your videos, Esme. Me and my younger sis adore you. All in capitals, by the way. I love the passion. I live in Greece, and my dad went to England for work, and he brought me back all of your books. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I promise you, I haven't picked this one for the self-promo of the books, guys. It literally is the top comment. I'm halfway through the first one, and I'm loving it. Can I also have comment of the week? Oh, there we go. Didn't even pick it because you put that. But there we go, Melina. Your comment of the week. And then Melina has also put who thinks we should have an episode with, I think it was supposed to say Davide, but it says Davida. Davida. Anyway, and loads of people have replied to that. There's a yes, then there's an if he wants, and then there's like an I don't know, and basically everyone has replied yes. So there we go, Davide. We're still trying to persuade you. People are still asking. But anyway, we will actually say goodbye now, because I need to take the puppy out. He's been very good, actually, although he's made a lot of noises. Maybe we should an episode with Fossey where he just tell you what, he's not a big barker, but he does make really sassy noises. Today on the sofa, came and gave him a little cuddle while he was sleeping, and he just kind of went because he was obviously so tired. He was just like, you're disrupting my sleep. And then also he does like a woo 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 when he's really excited. So before I give him his breakfast, he does a little woo woo, and then he also does like a bow wow 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 wow. He's like, this is really going to show my age. Does anybody remember the Dog of Wisdom? The Dog of Wisdom on YouTube? Dad's looking at me like, what are you doing? The dog that goes, yeah, he remembers now. So anyway, that's basically the noises that Fossey makes. He does the Dog of Wisdom. Anyway, yeah, you can make some noises. Wait, give me Fossey, and I'm going to see if he'll do any noises into the mic. This is a special, slightly longer episode with Fossey. Come here, baby. Oh, hello. Okay, can we do some bow, wow, 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 wow. Oh, okay, we're just licking my face instead. Can we go ow? Ow! I probably shouldn't teach him to howl. Ow! Can we do bow wow wow wow? Bow wow Bow wow wow wow. Can we do a bow wow wow? Bow wow wow. No, I don't think we are. We're just going to give the sofa some licks. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the pod. See you later. Bye.